As you open your energy bills these days, we are hearing from many of you frustrated about rising prices.
It comes after a town hall on CBS last night in which Governor Wes Moore addressed the issue and how he's working to tackle it. But as Fox 45's Jessica Babb shows us how some are calling for the state to take stronger action.
Well, there are many reasons for your rising energy bill. Supply costs are certainly part of it. The supply and demand issues we're seeing right now in the state. Right now, Maryland imports about 40% of the energy we use, but of what we do generate here in the state, renewables like wind and solar make up a small fraction of that. Some Democrats, like Governor Wes Moore, say they want to double down on renewables, while other Republicans argue that expanding natural gas is the answer.
I can't find a way to there's no breathing room.
It's a story so many Marylanders are familiar with.
I don't know how to control the situation, so it's very, very terrifying. Where is the money going to come from?
With residents like Seema Golden getting saddled with skyrocketing energy bills.
It just seems so defeating because we can't figure out how to cover this expense when it seems like it shouldn't even be that astronomical.
People who are saying, I don't understand how my energy bill went from $250 to $800. It's not fair to them. We have not done enough to be able to really fortify the grid, to get more energy options.
Governor Wes Moore speaking out on energy issues at a CBS Town Hall over the weekend.
The solutions that we have put on board, when it comes to things like energy, we've provided last year $200 million in rebates to Marylanders to make sure we're putting more money back in their pocket.
Once again, touting energy rebates. 2 rebates of about $40 were approved last year, and the governor is proposing another $40 rebate in legislation this year, something Republicans have been quick to push back on.
We've doubled what it costs monthly, and now we're going to give a $40 rebate. I mean, that's kind of a slap in the face to Marylanders.
Especially since that rebate money is coming from the Strategic Energy Investment Fund, a fund fueled by utilities and indirectly by ratepayers.
Politicians love to shuffle your own money around and make you feel good about it, but it really has absolutely no bearing on the problem whatsoever.
You mentioned it. I mean, the rising cost of energy, it's a problem across America, but in your state, Maryland was the most expensive state for utilities.
And while Governor Wes Moore points to problems at PJM, the regional grid operator,
we need more projects being greenlit. The second thing we called for was we want them to have a 2-year cap on costs. That we want them to cut costs, cut the increase in costs for 2 years. Because they have got to understand their own responsibility in this.
Officials with PJM,
state governments are ultimately responsible for resource adequacy,
have also pointed back at the state.
When you take a look at the state collective policy basket, you do have to question whether or not the states are welcoming of thermal generation resources, for instance, natural gas resources.
And Republicans argue the state's focus on clean energy has contributed to supply issues.
This administration shut down reliable, affordable generation while forcing Maryland to depend on out-of-state power we now buy at higher prices. We replaced common sense energy policy with mandates that sound good in press releases, but hit families in their wallets every single month.
Well, Governor Wes Moore has been clear about his support for renewables and clean energy. During his recent State of the State address, he also mentioned that the state needed to continue working toward a diverse energy portfolio, which he said included natural gas and nuclear energy. But when asked to what extent he supports expanding natural gas in the state, his office said that it will continue to play an important role in Maryland as the state moves toward a clean energy future. And of course, we'll continue pushing for answers. Live in Baltimore, Jessica Babb, Fox 45 News.
I'm Kai Jackson. Thank you for watching. Here's another video to watch. Also, please take a moment to subscribe to our channel.